is Robin Hain, and I am president of Suncoast Institute on Chemical Dependency. It is an honor to be in the company of 100 women who care. Your compassion and support contributed towards raising levels of service that support the health and well-being in our communities, and we thank you. Before I talk about my organization, I just had a little survey I want to do. If everyone who knows someone that has some sort of addiction, whether it's alcoholism or drug addiction or whatever, if you could raise your hand, you know someone. Yeah, wow. How many people know someone who is in recovery?
I can't hear you.
Give her the
microphone. People who know someone in recovery. So this is just remarkable. Recovery is possible. Education is important in solving this problem. And I have firsthand experience. Actually my entire board really has somebody in their family that has been impacted by the disease of addiction. And we are here to address that problem. So thank you for sharing. And it's just amazing, the progress we've made. Because you look around the room and you see all these people that are impacted by the disease of addiction. And there were some people that didn't raise their hand, and we think, well, maybe that's because of the stigma. They haven't quite been able to deal with that. And so that's one of our biggest missions. Suncoast Institute on Chemical Dependency offers free educational programs on substance use disorder and resources to people, communities, organizations, ministries, anyone affected by the disease of addiction and its related issues, as well as its impacts on families. Our Director of Education, Linda Christensen, designs unique programs for specific audience, including teens, parents, congregations, foster families, and really targeted to meet the specific needs. She would be here today, but I have some really exciting news because we had a program in January that she designed. It was on medical assisted treatment, and which is the gold standard today. And it was with a panel of 6 people. 2 people had lived experience. There were professors from Florida University, and there were 3 professionals, providers of MAP. And the exciting thing is that they have taken our program and they presented it today to 60 professionals in our community. And so we just felt that that was such a huge win. This is at the Duvall Family Institute at the University of Florida. I was there, and it was great to be in their company. It is our mission that the educational programs we create will reduce the stigma of substance use disorder. We teach about addiction, what it really is, a chronic disease, how it impacts the brain, the body, and importantly, we cover prevention strategies, intervention strategies, recovery and treatment information. We also work with partners, with providers in the field of addiction, including the National Institute on Mental Health, NAMI, behavioral health organizations such as Centerstone, LifeShare, and Samaritans. We offer national programs called Responding to Addiction, which was developed by the Addiction Policy Forum. It's a 2.5-hour program that addresses the who, the what, the when, the where, why, and how of addiction. The requests for this program have been expanding rapidly. This coming year, we are going to be offering a 3-part series featuring local providers in the field of oncology, cardiology, and neurology. The series will address the impact of alcohol on the body, namely the cancer link, and also the impact on the heart and the brain. We believe that these educational programs and addiction information can change lives and even save lives. Think of all the organizations that 100 Women Who Care supported that help people with basic needs. And if you drill down to the root cause of homelessness, hunger, abuse, you often find addiction. And what we call substance use disorder can be the root cause. Now imagine if more people understood what addiction really was, that it is a disease, and how to support those who are affected by it by guiding them to recovery programs. Help prevent the disease altogether. Imagine if we could reduce the stigma associated with substance use disorder. This is what Suncoast Institute on Chemical Dependency strives to do. But we need your help. We need money. These programs aren't free, and it costs us about $12,000 a year, and most of that funding is coming from our board members who are more than passionate about getting these messages out. So we also are going to be having programs for foster care families, many of which did not have any knowledge or information on substance use disorder. And so we will hopefully change the stigma there and help to these programs to expand by providing the education. We also produce a resource book. It's right here. And
you can get it on Q&A. You have 5 minutes for that.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Any questions?
Yes.
Who presents the programs?
We source local professionals that are in the field of addiction. So they would be counselors, in some cases it would be grief counselors, it would be people from Centerstone, some leading providers in our community. And the program that's coming up this year will be with oncologists, neurologists, and Florida Cancer Institute. So we will be seeking the professionals that will talk to us about what the impact of alcohol is on the body. So we always use first professionals to, and it gives families also access to these professionals. They may use them at a later time to support them and their family. So it's been very effective, and I think that it's the way to stay. You know, yes.
Where are you located?
We do not have a building. We have our programs now at FSU, which is pretty exciting, and libraries, local buildings. We do not have that kind of overhead at this point. We create the programs, we advertise the programs, and we offer them up in community settings. Sometimes we've done programs at NAMI, we've done programs at Centerstone, and you know, many other organizations in the area. Second Hat Homes, we did a program there with their case managers. So yeah, we have.
I have a question. So, I mean, specifically, I mean, you mentioned your board members right now are your leading contributor in funding. What specifically are you going to use the funds from 100 women? What specifically, where that revenue go for your organization?
It goes directly to the resources that we need. Things like this booklet, which is the only booklet of this type in this area. It offers what the signs, what to look for, recommendations. These are leading thoughts in the field of addiction medicine. And we have, it goes to media, hospitality, finding the venues. It goes to, you know, creating the venues. We can't always do venues in a library. And also, we're looking to do some leading professionals that may be outside of our area that are well-known speakers. So that's where we'd like to go. We'd also like to have a family day, like an all-day event where we would have professionals at that event. So we have a big wish list of things that we would like to do that we're not able to do at this time with the resources we have. We also attend local events, have table displays. We get a lot of feedback from that from people in the community. And yes.
How do people who need your services find you and get introduced to your program?
Well, we have many ways. These books are available at a lot of the places where we've done training and presentations and had events. This book is online. We do have a website. We have anybody who has spoken for our organization over the last 8 years continually gets a supply of these books for their lobby. We've had these books in emergency rooms, in the ICU, where many families members will be sitting there waiting for the news of hopefully a recovery program for their loved one. Yes.
Do you have any statistics on how many people you support each year through your program?
How many we've supported every year?
Well, each year.
Each year on average, this year was 1,930 people, but previous years we've had over 2,000 people, and it depends on, it's a lot of people, depends on the events that we've been involved in, so.
Thank you.
Yes.
So how long are they on the medically assisted treatment? Forever, or do you have an exit plan for them?
There is an exit plan that's available. It is really individual, just like cancer treatment is individual. That different people need different amounts of time to be on chemotherapy or radiation, and medical assisted treatment is really treated the same way. It depends on the individual, it depends on their circumstances for what their needs are. So it is not necessarily a lifelong thing. It is not a substitute for one drug for another. It is really similar to insulin for diabetics and, cancer treatment.
That's it.
Okay? Thank you all for your